Hello, beautiful people. It is Robyn Thomas here with Resemble by Robyn. I am here with the takedown of my mini braids. It has been 4 beautiful, glorious week with this wonderful, wonderful install. And I wanted to come here as promised to show you all the takedown of this. I know you guys are like, when I was putting it in, y'all was like, who gonna take that down? One of the biggest things was people chose not to do this style because of being fearful of the takedown. But I want to show you all that with everything that I have done throughout my install, it is going to make this takedown extremely easy. Yes, it is tedious. Yes, it does take some time, but it is absolutely worth it. So on Instagram, I posted on my story and I got tons of questions, most of the same questions asked over and over. So here I am to answer it. Let's get to it. So the first question I want to address really quick before we get into the actual takedown is, again, how long did I have these braids in? So I had these braids in for 4 weeks. If you can see at the top of this, it says September 20th. If you remember from my install video, this is the end of that install video. I just took a while to start uploading the content of this, okay? So it has truly been 4 weeks since I have had these braids in. So the first thing I'm going to do is put my hair up into a ponytail because this is going to help me to keep the hair that I'm not working with out of the way. I only had one braid that came apart, and it honestly came apart about almost 2 weeks ago. I don't know. I guess that one was just like it didn't want to hold in. All of my other braids held, but that one for some reason did not hold. Did not stay in. I did not go to rebraid it. I just did a finger coil around it and left it at that. One of the questions that I had on my Instagram was, did I use anything like water or a little bit of oil to help during my takedown process? The answer is no. If you know me and have been following me for years, you know that I am already not a fan of adding anything, especially water. One of the reasons I don't like to add water before taking the hair down or while taking the hair down, and especially before like thoroughly detangling my hair, is because with our hair being kinky, as soon as you add water to it, you will then start to fight with the reversion of your hair. So you're trying to take down your braids, and in this case these mini braids. As soon as I add water to make it wet, my hair is going to start to revert. So as I'm taking it down, the curly pieces are going to start getting in the way. And not only that, the pieces that I need to come out, which is my shed hair, could possibly get tangled while I'm doing it. I know that people do that, but me, Robyn Thomas, I absolutely do not feel that you should do that. Now, one of the reasons I'm able to not have to have aids like water or oil whenever I'm taking down my hair is because my hair is thoroughly moisturized already. Okay, so throughout my protective styles, I make sure that I'm always washing my hair. You guys have seen the mini shorts that I have uploaded during this install. I make sure that I'm washing it, and not only that, I'm making sure that my hair is moisturized. So my hair is already extremely hydrated to where I don't have to worry about needing any additives while I'm taking it down. And at the same time, I don't have to worry about my hair breaking because my hair is dry during the takedown. A lot of people tend to use oils and things like that because they have not done that while they've had the style in. I don't have that problem because I make sure that my hair is moisturized and hydrated throughout my protective styling. Another question I wanted to answer is, did your hair tangle from all of the washing? So no, one of the reasons, if you remember in my install video, one of the reasons why I chose to do mini braids instead of mini twists is because I knew that I wanted to wash my hair a lot. And in doing so, when you have mini twist in, because it's only 2 strands and not 3 strands, your hair is going to have a lot of shrinkage. If you notice, again, throughout all of the shorts that I was doing on here, and if you follow me on Instagram, my Instagram posts, you were able to see that my hair did not shrink. The only thing that happened was my ends just curled up more throughout the weeks. My loose ends curled up more, but my hair did not have any shrinkage. Again, which is why I chose to do mini braids as opposed to mini twists, because I did not want to have that problem right there. And I know that when I started with my hair like blown out almost straight, I was having people, message me and question me about that. But again, I was thinking about this takedown process as well. I promise y'all, I don't just think about the style that I'm putting in. I think like about the whole way through the style. So me stretching out my hair and me putting in the braids, me use again 3 strands, which is braids, which helps the hair. I made sure that I did it like tightly when I was installing, not loose braids or anything like that, so that I would not run into the issue of my hair shrinking together. So yeah. Another one of the questions that I got a lot, what people wanted to know, probably mainly because of how small these braids were, and thinking that I was going to, I'm assuming everybody was thinking I was going to get like frustrated and just start to become careless with my takedown. But the question I got was, did you lose a lot of hair? And I know you guys are not going to see that until the end, because I will show you how much hair came out after taking these braids out. But no, I did not lose a lot of hair at all. Like, if I'm being honest, okay, so let's break it down. We all know that our hair sheds about 50 to 100 strands per day. I had these braids in for 4 weeks. So 4 weeks, let's just say the 4 weeks is 28 days, right? 28 days. Let's go with the smallest amount that could possibly shed. That's 1,400 strands of hair. So 1,400 strands all the way up to 2,800 strands, right? I feel like I lost an extremely small amount of hair. As you can see, I've been showing you all as I take each one of these braids out how much hair is coming from that section. Now, granted, these are small sections, because the braids are mini, but there is not, a strand or two that is coming out of each of these sections. So I did not lose a lot of hair at all from taking these down. One of the reasons why I feel like I didn't, again, was because of the moisture and hydration I made sure to keep up with while I had these braids in my hair, right? And then going back to the question that I just answered, my hair being moisturized, I didn't have breakage. I didn't have breakage from this. I simply had shed hair from this install. But with the oil that I was using and constantly oiling my scalp and oiling the strands of my hair, I really didn't come into any problems, because I didn't have a lot of shed hair that came out either. So no, I did not lose. I lost so little hair. Like, it's amazing. And especially compared to when I do have braids in with weave. Like, even braids in with weave that I've kept in for 3 to 4 weeks. Like, say if I did Marley twist and I took my hair down from the braids, there is a difference. There is, to me, a huge difference. I think part of that difference is because again, one of the reasons why I wanted to do this protective style with just my hair and no weave added, is because my hair was able to seep in all of that moisture that I was giving it, as opposed to when you have added hair, you have that barrier in between your hair, or intertwined with your hair, that the products are also getting. So when spritzing your hair with water, when oiling it, that hair weave, which is not hair, by the way, guys, unless it's human hair, it is not hair, it is a fiber, is soaking up that moisture. So I believe that me doing this without hair weave also helped with not losing a lot of hair from my protective style. Another question I got a few times was the takedown hard? So no, the takedown was not hard, but it was absolutely tedious. like I for whatever reason I was like, okay, I'm gonna drop my kids off, to school. I'm gonna make me and my baby girl some breakfast. We're gonna eat some breakfast and I'm gonna start my takedown. So I started this takedown. um and I was thinking I was going to take my hair down and then I was going to be able to do a nice little scalp scratch. Baby, it took me until, and this goes into another question that I got a lot, which is how long did it take you? It took me, let's see, if I started at 10, 11, 12, 1, it took me like 4 hours to take this down. It took me like 5.5 to install them, and it took me about 4 hours to take it down. Now, mind you, when I do my takedowns, I finger detangle. So as you can see, I was finger detangling each and every section that I took down as I was taking it down. I did not want to go back and have to detangle it. It's easier, and I think it's more thorough that you detangle while you're taking your hair down. Now, I didn't used to be like that. I used to take all of the hair down, then I used to go back and detangle it because I felt like I was losing momentum. I felt like I wanted to quickly take all of the braids down and then go back and detangle it because detangling takes a little longer than the takedown does. But in this case, and in what I've been doing for the past couple of protective styles that I have had, I have noticed that, well, especially in this case, let me say this case. In this case, because we're talking about mini braids, it took a lot longer to take to take the hair down to remove the braids than it did to detangle this section. So, but I think that detangling it, each one of these braids, took a second or two. Like even the back where normally you have a lot of like buildup and stuff like that. And that's also another thing I guess I should throw in there. I did not use products while installing this, right? As you seen in my install video, I didn't use products. The only products that were on my head was my water-based leave-ins. I didn't even use a serum leave-in or heat protectant. I only use water-based heat protectants before I blew out my hair for this style. So I had extremely little product, and there was only water-based products whenever I was taking this style down. So I didn't have products that were stopping me or causing me to like where my hair was sticky or gunky. I don't really think I would have had that issue in the first place because of how often I wash my hair with this style in. But I do think that that is where some of the issue comes when we are taking down our protective styles, is we have so much product build up on our hair strands that it does prolong the process and makes it a little more difficult. So it was extremely tedious just because of the size of it, but it was not hard at all. And I have nails, so my thumbnail, where my left one is extremely like long and pointy. I did not have to use any materials. I didn't use the tip of the comb, like the fine tip, what is it called? The rat tail of the comb. All I used was my fingers to remove this install. So that should tell you how easy it was. Another question I got often was, how much growth did you see? Or did your hair grow a lot? No, my hair did not grow a lot. I only had these in for 4 weeks. I am a natural person. I don't do all of that extra stuff. That's what I like to call it. I don't take the pills. Your hair is always growing. What I try to do is retain the length that I already have. So I only had it in for 4 weeks. They say at most your hair grows a half an inch a month. I don't think that I got a half an inch, maybe like a fourth of an inch. A fourth of an inch or something like that. But yeah, it didn't sprout out to like I think people kind of expect from protective styles. So yeah, my hair didn't grow a ton. You can see how much new growth I have. It was a little bit. Look, it was enough to the point where somebody told me on one of my shorts I uploaded, sis, it's about time for you to take that out. I was like, what dang, I thought it stayed like that. But to each his own. I knew that I was only going to do 4 weeks. And for my people who are actually using this method to start locks, I don't even think it grew enough for the first interlocking session. I think that maybe another 4 weeks I would have saw a huge difference, but I didn't really see a big difference. Again, my goal was not even, honestly, wasn't even length retention, although length retention is always the goal. My goal for this was for my hair to get back hydrated and for my scalp to get back under control. So yeah. So those are really all of the questions that I had. I didn't have a ton, but I did have the same questions repeated quite a bit whenever I post my question on my Insta story. So if you are not following me on Instagram, definitely do so at Resemble Me by Robyn. I'll leave a link for that in the description box. And I'll leave the link for the install. If you're just coming to this video for the takedown, I'll leave the install video in there. And if you like to look at the different shorts that I had, just explaining different ways that I maintain my hair, I was going to do a separate video of that, but I had already started uploading the shorts of it. And I said, well, if I'm giving all of the information in these shorts, and there was kind of no need to. But if you want to know how I maintained it, different styles that I did while I had these mini braids in, definitely go to my channel and check out my shorts. So yeah, I did have a commenter who asked me about making sure on my mini braids video, making sure or asking me to include real-time take down clips of me taking it down and detangling. So basically she was asking for it not to be sped up, and I personally really do like that because I like to show I like to be realistic with it. When people are thinking about doing styles to their hair, I really want to show how the process is. So although this did take just about as much time as it took me to install the hair, I really do feel like it was absolutely worth it. Like, something that you have to think about is you can pace yourself. If you are somebody who doesn't like to sit down in one setting, then you could take some down, put a head wrap on, while you go run errands, come back, do the same thing. Or if you're somebody who likes to get it done in a section, me personally, I can be in my bathroom and in peace and quiet, or I can have my music playing, or I can have a show on or something like that. But you can do that, a show that you've been trying to binge watch for a while that you haven't gotten a chance to. The thing is, take your time. Stop trying to rush. Your hair does not like when you rush the process. If you rush it, that's when you're more susceptible to breakage and removal of hair that could have been on your head. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I am going to let this video continue for those of you who are like me and just like to watch, I guess, repetition and watch the takedown and the detangle. Again, I am going to address or show you guys how much hair that was shed throughout me having this hair in for 4 weeks. Thank you all so much for joining me. If you have any suggestions of styles that you want to see me do, definitely leave them in the comment section. Give this video a like or a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Share it to somebody who has been thinking about mini braids, somebody who just loves to watch hair videos, or somebody who you just think might be interested in it. And subscribe if you want to see more content from me. I have hundreds of videos prior to this one, and I plan on giving you guys hundreds of videos after this video, by the grace of God. So thank you all so much again for watching. I'm going to let you all continue to watch as I take down my hair. And if you have any questions, again, leave them in the comment section, and I'll see you beautiful people next video. Before I leave, I have a subscriber who comments on a lot of my videos, and I thank you so much for all of your comments. And I'm trying to find her name as I say this, but I do have an install of box braids that are going to be coming up with hair weave. Okay, she has been waiting on me to install some more braids on my hair, and baby, I am going to give it to her. I'm trying to find her name, and my phone is taking forever to find. But this one is for you. I'm so sorry I can't find your name right now. But my next video of my install of box braids with hair weave is going to be for you. I don't want you guys to get discouraged. I know I said I was going, but this is the black folks goodbye. Y'all know how we say we leaving when we trying to, you know, leave the function or whatever, but we stay 10 more minutes. This is what this is, okay? I know that, you know, I've raved about this style and all of the pros that come from this style, like not losing a lot of hair with the takedown and being able to wash it and not have like your hair weighed down, you know, like from products, not having your hair weighed down from the water after your wash day and stuff like that. But it's honestly nothing compares to a traditional install, you know. So I am going to make sure that within these next couple of weeks, I don't know, maybe next couple weeks, that's all I'm gonna say, I'm going to have an install video of box braids. And I'm actually really considering doing traditional box braids as opposed to knotless box braids, because I don't see people doing traditional box braids a lot. Well, I can say this, since being in Texas, I do see a lot of traditional installs a lot more than I did when I was in California, seeing a lot of the knotless installs, right? I probably only had, within the last few years of me braiding hair in California, I probably did a handful of traditional box braids on clients. So I think I just convinced myself that I'm going to do traditional box braid install, and we are going to journey through that together. We're going to journey through that together. So I'm gonna bring that to y'all. But okay, this is my official. See y'all later. Keep watching until the end of the video so you can see how much hair that was that shed throughout this process. But yeah, I will see you beautiful people next time. Peace and blessings.
Pure soul music, man.